today is Cam Day. And what Cam Day is the day we find out what cam has been put in this Z06 here. So this was, if you guys are following along and watched the first episode where we pulled the heads off this car, it was purchased already pre-modded, but with unknown stuff in it. The guy didn't have a build sheet from a shop or anything like that. So we're diving into the car to make it right, to make it how he wants the car. And that next step is pulling the cam that's in the car out, kind of figuring out what it is. If he doesn't like the specs on it, then we're gonna go ahead and source a cam that's gonna fit his uses for the car. So yeah, we're gonna bring this thing down and dive into getting the cam out. Let's check it out. And over here we got all our parts and hardware and everything labeled out. So bag and tag, all the hardware, everything's labeled, where the bolts came out, oil cooler, oil pump, etc. Old gaskets we're not reusing. You see everything's kind of laid out in order the way it came out. Everything's neat, organized, all the valve train stuff. This we're not reusing, we're putting an MSD on with the Nick Williams 102. Water pump, timing cover. Just staying neat and organized during this project. And then on the other side, this bench, we decided to put all the new stuff that's going on. So we got the MSD, Nick Williams, new alternator, trunnion upgrade kit, the ATI damper we're putting on, some ARP hardware, stuff like that, Loctite sealants. So yeah, just keeping everything nice and neat and organized. Moving everywhere. Get out there. Alright, we're making progress here. We got the radiator assembly out. That was fun, fighting to get the condenser separated. And we got the water pump off. I think pretty much next we're going to need to tackle the rack. So we'll get to moving on that. Probably shift you over to time lapse. Yeah, definitely not factory. Wonder who makes this kit. We'll get the other one off, disconnect the sway bar, and then start working on getting the rack out. me check the air tank. Maybe we don't have air pressure. It sounded a little weak. Yeah, I don't think 60 PSI air is gonna do it. We're down to 60. That wasn't gonna move it.
That should have
All right.
a little slack.
We just got the timing cover loose, and check that slop out in the timing chain.
Jeez.
That's not what you want.
You had an angel riding along in this car.
Yeah, man.
Oh.
So that's probably off about 4 or 5 degrees. It's timing.
We've done a few more pulls. And that might have been
Oh man.
Oil pump, I'm letting you take off because you've done it.
I wonder if that's from having the aftermarket cam and the stock like chain and the stock supporting, and it just
Probably.
like beats out of the chain.
Yeah.
Although my car, when I took it apart, it had like 20,000 miles, and my chain had a ton of slop in it. It was bone stock. It didn't have a cam or
Yeah.
nothing in
Maybe
it.
it's
Yeah.
just the GM chain.
I don't think you should do that.
I have only cam bolts too, so.
Coming chain guides as well.
The guy? No. I still see that.
Monster K, I'm getting out of work, man.
Try with you on the way home, but it's fine. Pull over, I'll pull over. That guy's good. He's one of my sources.
All right, we got the oil pump out, timing chain, gear out. We're gonna pull the rust plate out, and then the cam is coming out. Oh, let me give you the
Put it on the car mechanic.
T40.
Yeah. I'll think of something.
Make sure you seat those things all the way down, man. You do not want.
Got your little bolt for pulling it.
God, what the? Bring it out. I think it may have.
Oh wow! Look, it rolled the teeth over on the bit.
Don't touch that one again.
Let's get these out.
Nope.
A T45, man.
No, I'm wondering if they use that permanent Loctite that has to be pulled off with heat. You'd have to like heat the head of the bolt to saturate the threads and like break down the Loctite because it's permanent. It's like non-removable. So we probably want to do that before we go forward with it. All right, we're trying to put a little heat on those bolts there to break down potentially permanent Loctite that previous builder would have used. And then we upgraded to a snap-on Torx T40 and try and break it with that. See how that works.
Here, give it.
Yeah, let me show you the bit. I don't know if you could see the twist in it, but that thing was not holding up. That's what you get. Chinesium. Oh, that should break down the Loctite, I hope. I don't think we need to break out the oxy-acetylene rig. That'd be a little aggressive. Just blow through the aluminum.
Yeah.
Melt the block.
Oh, need a new block.
Alright, let's try that out. And we have now resorted to the big flame.